Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's get started on this latest tutorial. So we're making an Oogie Boogie cake, and we got some chocolate cake with Oreos and peanut butter because Oogie Boogie is filled with all the Oogie Boogie goodness. This is like one of my favorite characters, so I'm super excited to make him in cake. I'm also trying a different angle for you guys, so we'll see how it goes. So I have 4 6-inch rounds here. We're going to use one as the base and one for Oogie Boogie. So I have found a picture online that I liked. I printed it out, and that's what I'm using as my template. So we have a 6-inch round. It's 2 inches high, and I am coating that with buttercream, and then I'm gonna pop it in the fridge. This is going to be our base. Next, we are going to carve the other 3 layers of cake. So I'm putting cake, buttercream, and then we're gonna start to carve. So a little something about what I'm doing is I've never done this before. I just decided I wanted to make an Oogie Boogie cake, guys, so I made it happen. So I'm putting the template down. I'm folding in his arms and legs because we're going to use something else to make those. And I'm just kind of roughly going around and carving and kind of seeing what I feel is, you know, Oogie Boogie-ish. So I'm using the template as a guide, and then I'm going to take all those scraps and I'm going to turn them into kind of like a cake pop dough or cake pop truffle, whatever you want to call them. And I'm making the legs and I'm making the head. And then I will also later make the arms out of that same dough. Okay, so I wanted there to be like a good amount of cake, so I didn't take like a ton off of the back. This is more of like a let's look at the front kind of cake. And you guys, don't be scared about sculpting cakes. Super fun, and you guys should totally have a blast while doing this, so just have fun with it. So we crumb coated that bad boy, popped them in the fridge. Now we got some red fondant. We're gonna put that onto our base. Alright, now I'm just gonna take a tool here and we're going to make dice and want to rough up the surface, so that's what I'm doing there. And then I wanted to kind of get an idea where I was going to put the folds and stuff. So I put it into the buttercream so I can kind of see where we're going with it. And then I'm taking the cake pop dough and making the arms. And here's kind of like a full look what we're going for. Alright, so now I just rolled out a piece of fondant that was immensely too big. So that's why you see me taking off a bunch of excess. And I have it laid over, and I'm not like stressing because Oogie Boogie has like a burlappy kind of look, so I really don't care if this fondant gets like crusted over or anything, because in the end result that's what's gonna look better anyways. So I'm taking a pen blade and I am cutting off the excess and then dipping my fingers in water and smoothing out those seams. Then I'm taking that sugar shaper tool and I am giving lots of creases and wrinkles and then using my fingers to smooth out the lines so they're not really like totally hard like edges. Okay, now I'm cutting out the mouth. I'm cutting and been pinching towards like out, like wow. I'm not even gonna edit that out. So anyways, I'm pinching the lips so that way we can get like a kind of like a fabric-y kind of look. And then again, just pinching the eyes, adding more texture. You guys, it's all about texture. And then adding some lines into his mouth, and then I want him to kind of look like he has a sewed part around his neck. And as you can see, that cake pop dough is holding up really well. Also, my bird would like to say hi. If you don't know who she is, she makes appearances in my videos a lot. So that's her tweeting in the background. Alright, so back to what we were talking about. So I'm adding in lots of texture. Now we got tons of texture. We got the board. This is my weathered wafer technique, and I will link that below in the description. Now we do have to add some support because Oogie Boogie is a bit heavy. So I went ahead and added some support straws in there. And then we're going to take some black dust and give our dice and board tons of texture. Alright, now we're going to airbrush, guys. So this is what really brings the cake to life. We're going to be using 3 different colors. I will put them in the description box below. They're all by the brand Americolor. That's who I like to use, so that's who I use. So we're going to put our base color, which is yellow. We're going to follow that with green, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and basically blot all over the cake. So we get a lot of like low lights, highlights, whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to take the darker green color and we're going to really get into those creases and bring Oogie Boogie to life. Okay, so we're going to do that, and this is some detail work, you know. You know how to use your airbrush machine. So take your time, don't go crazy. Then I added some bugs to his mouth, and then we painted his eyes black with some gel color. And then I'm just making some dice, and then I'm going to go ahead and dot the dice. Next, we're just going to add some stitches. This is completely optional. I just went ahead and did it. And then once we add our stitches, that is it, you guys. So I hope this was super helpful. We did some fondant covering, we did some carving, some fondant work, some airbrushing, and it's all cake. So it's pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you always know when I upload. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. Until next time, see you later. Peachy, anything to say? Well, now she's quiet.